All right, welcome back to the Eternal Arts Kung Fu program. Today, we're doing some more Saber. So let's get straight to it. We're actually doing some Kung Fu moves today. Yay! So the first move we're going to do is we are going to do from our on guard or ready position that we just did on the last video. We are going, if you haven't seen that video, go to that video now. Go right now. What are you doing here? Why are you still here? I told you to go. Go. All right, so we're going to be doing from our ready position a lunge. This is a stabbing move that is one of the most basic moves that is shared between all swords pretty much. There's not very much that can't stab, even if it doesn't have a blade on the tip. You can still poke someone with something and it hurts really freaking bad. So let's do it with the saber. I hold my saber at the parents, remember? The grip, the parents? Right at the emperor, here, at the top. Then I'm gonna go into my ready position by cleaning heaven, raising up. Now the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my hand to my shoulder here, my right shoulder. As I do that, that clears the room for the blade, because remember, my tip is pointing at my hand. So if I go here, down, and start stabbing out at the same time, I cut my hand. I don't want that. So to be extra careful, I bring my hand in this way. When I do that, I drop the tip forward a little bit, facing forward. Boom, here. Now, when I move in, now that I'm clear of the sword, I fully lunge out, bending my wrist here, making one straight line forward here. This hand is going to pull back, guiding across the saber here. Any of y'all that's done Chung Kun, just like punching through the sleeve, right? So here, stab. Now from here, we're going to pull back. The hand's going to slide back out. We're going to pull back into cat stance, clean heaven again and earth, back up to ready position. Now again, I step forward, bow stance. I pull the hand in, lunge forward. I'm going to pull back, pull the hand back, clean heaven and earth, forward. That is the lunge. So let's do it a couple times from forward, then we'll do it and practice. So from a forward view, I'm going to take my sword, I go into ready position. Let's do it from here. I circle, down, clean heaven and earth, into cat stance, ready position here. I'm going to step forward, big bow stance. Hand comes out, lunge forward. Then I'm going to pull back, clean heaven and earth, raise up. Lunge, pull back, clean heaven and earth, and up. Big bow stance forward, lunge, punch through the sleeve. Pull back. Oh, see what I just did there? That's a bad thing. Don't do that. Do not raise the sword up. We want to make a clean pull out. So you want to remove the sword from them, right? If you stab them, you got to be able to remove your sword from them. The sword, if it's stuck in someone, you're not going to just go up. You're not going to get your sword out that way. So from cat stance, stab forward, one. Then we pull back. Now that the sword's pulled out, then we can drop forward. Good. Let's practice that a couple times. We're going to go through it slow. Then we'll do maybe a new variation.
About that trick.
Well, good job. You're really getting the hang of it. I can really tell you've been practicing. So let's do, well, I really can't tell if you've been practicing. This is video. So you better send me video of you practicing if you're one of my students. If not, become one of my students. All right, so let's do a new variation. This is going to be almost exactly like the one we did, except completely different. What's the same is the lunge is going to go in the same direction and our starting position. So let's go from up, around, clean the blade into our on guard position. Now what are we going to do here? I want to do a bigger lunge, right? This isn't enough. Say they move even further back. I start to move forward, and then they move back even further. How do I get them? I'm going to do one more step, and I'm going to step through with the same foot that I'm lunging forward with on the same hand. So when I do that, I'm going to start in cat stance here. The first thing we do is we move our front foot here. I go boom, 1. Second thing I do is I move my back foot, 2. Now I do the same punch and lunge, 3 into bow stance here. From here, I can pull back, right? Pull back 1 and up. Then I'm going to take 1 step back and reset. I go 1 forward. Then I'm going to step forward, 2 through the sleeve again. Now I can pull back 1, 2. And if you need to reset your room, you can reset your room. Now, if you do this really well, you might be able to land in the same spot that you started it. I want to test it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Almost. All right, let's do it a couple times slow. Let me go forward here. So from here, we're going to go 1. Then step forward on the second foot. 2. Then we're going to step back. 1. And I pull back into cat stance. Clean heaven and earth. Or clean the blade is another word. 1. 2. Pull back. 1. Pull the sword out. 2. I guess, technically, if you're in a stab here, and you step back and don't drop the sword, you're pulling the sword out. So you don't have to worry about going up and down once you move back. But for consistency, let's work on stabbing, pulling back in a straight line, then up. All right, let's do this a couple times. We're gonna go nice and slow so we can really get it down. That is the lunge. That way you can start stabbing people all over the place. Don't stab anyone. Disclaimer, drop that. Don't stab anyone. This is for self-practice. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. But that's your class for today on Saber. That's your technique. Go and practice. If you want, you can shoot a video, maybe send it my way. I'll check it out. See if it's any good. Give you some tips. It's most likely good. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Everyone stand straight. I'll see you in the next class.